subject concrete structures, chapter design of slabs, topic numerical number 1 on design of one-way slab. So now students, now let us solve, after understanding the concept of one-way slab, how the one-way slabs are designed just as the, you can say, a simply supported beam. Now let us solve one numerical, right? But first of all, solving one numerical, I want to tell you one important thing, right? If it is a simply supported slab, first of all let us read down the numerical. The numerical says that the minimum effective depth of a simply supported, this is important, simply supported one-way slab. Now it is given that it's a one-way slab with a clear span of 2 meters, and width of supports as 300 mm each, would be in meters. We have to get the answer. Write down the answer, correct it up to 3 decimal places, use M20 and FE415, right? So actually this question has you can say 2 formulae related with it, 2 IS provisions related with it. So first of all, before starting the solution of this numerical, I would like to tell you about the difference between a simply supported slab and a continuous slab, right? So let me take the front view. If slab is like this, if the slab is like this, it is a simply supported slab. It means that if the slab is between just 2 supports, it is a simply supported slab. On the other hand, if the slab is continuous, it means that if it is extending beyond, let us say like this, 1 support, 2 support, 3 support, 4 support, and so on, these types of slabs are known as the continuous slabs. Now you would ask me, sir, what is special between the continuous slabs as well as the discontinuous or the simply supported slabs? Now you see that if there is a UDL, dead load or live load, the deflection of the slab would be like this. So in the slab we will have sagging. Simple, sagging we will have. And when we have sag, where do we provide the reinforcement? We provide the reinforcement below the tension zone, below the neutral axis, right? Simple for a simply supported beam. But as far as the continuous slab is concerned, so you must have studied in your structural analysis also the moment distribution method. Remember that? The moment distribution method, right? So the slab, the deflection would be like this. The bending moment will also be like this, right? So this is sagging moment, and here at the supports we have hogging. Right? What is sagging? This is sagging and this is hogging. Right? It is like a sag, right? A sag wire, right? Now it is hogging, it is sagging. Clear? Now here we have sagging in the mid span, and here we have hogging. Now the question is, sir, now what is special about it? The special about it is that in this portion at the supports, the top portion of the slab will have a tensile force. On the other hand, the bottom of the slab will have a compressive force. Simple. So in this point, what we have to do is that we have to provide the reinforcement at the, you can say, above the neutral axis, right? Because at this point, let me take a zoom of it. Now this is like this. So this portion has tension and this portion has compression. You know that concrete is very good in compression but very poor in tension. So what we will do, we will provide reinforcement here also so that it does not crack. So that is the special about the sagging and the hogging moment. Now what will be these moments? The moments, they are given by some coefficients. IS 456,000 coefficient has given some coefficients that this for example about this, it is W into L square divided by 24. It is W into L for this. It is WL square by 12. It is WL square by 9 and so on. So some coefficients have been given by the IS code. I am not writing down the coefficients because they are not important, right? If suppose some type of question come in examination which has almost minimal probability, so the coefficients will be given to you in examination. That is why I am not drawing the, you can say, the table of those coefficients. Clear? So now let us solve this numerical. So I hope that you have understood what is a simply supported slab and what is a continuous slab. Right? Now in continuous slabs also, let me rub this, in continuous slab also we have discontinuous edges and continuous edges. First of all, let me make you understand that, because that will be useful in two-way slabs also, right? So what is a continuous edge and what is a discontinuous edge? Now I am taking a plan in the top view, right? Let us say this is slab. One support, two support, right? So one support, two support, let us say we have third support also. Third support, right? So these edges, these are the discontinuous edges. Why? Because the slab is not continued beyond them. But this edges is also discontinuous because there is no, you can say no slab, no slab beyond it, right? But these edges are known as the continuous edges. Why? Because the slab is extending to this portion as well. So these edges are known as the continuous edges. This I will be taking in detail while I will be teaching you about the two-way slabs also, right? So now let's solve this numerical. What the numerical is? The numerical is we have to calculate. Let's see what we have to calculate. We have to calculate the minimum depth. So we have to calculate D effective. The minimum effective depth in what? In meters we have to calculate, right? The minimum effective, yes, in meters we have to calculate, not in mm. Okay. So correct it up to 3 decimal places. Now what is given? It is given to us. We know that the effective depth of a simply supported slab. Now it is Fe415. We know that L effective divided by the depth, it should always be less than or equal to how much for Fe415? It is 28. So that is why I mentioned Fe415. You must see which type of grade of steel is there. If it would have been, you can say the mild steel, it would have been 35 instead of 28. Clear? Now it is 28. Now what we have to calculate D, right? And what we do not have L effective. The question is, we have to get L effective first of all. So how much L effective would be? Let us calculate. You know that for a simply supported slab, L effective is basically your L naught plus W or L naught plus D. Minimum of the two. But in this question, you can say that the D is not given to you. If D is not given to you, whatever is given to you, you make use of that, right? So now let us make use of that. What is L naught? L naught is 2 meters. So 2 meters plus W. W is how much? 300 mm, right? So width support is given to you, that is 0.3 meters. So L effective, it comes out to be 2.3 meters, simple. 2.3 meters. Now what I have to do? Just place it in this formula. So I will get 2.3. So 2.3 divided by D, it should be less than or equal to 28. So how much D is coming? D should be, you can say, greater than or equal to, D should be greater than or equal to, where's the calculator? Yeah. D should be greater than or equal to 2.3 divided by 28. It comes out to be 0.082, right? It comes out to be 0.082 meter. If you multiply it with 1000, comes out to be 82 mm, right? But I have told you that the minimum thickness of the slab should be 150 centimeter, right? Sorry, 150 mm, right? But you don't have to go inside it. Whatever the answer is coming, you write down the answer, right? But if it would have given you that also provide the IS code provisions, at that time you know that the thickness of the slab should not be less than 150 mm or 50 centimeter, 15 centimeter. At that time your answer would have been 150 or 0.15. Clear? Okay, but now in this case the answer would be 0.082, that is up to 3 decimal places. Answer would be 0.082. This is the correct answer. Okay, so I hope that you have understood in numerical number 1 and also take into consideration the concept of the continuous as well as the simply supported slabs. So I hope that you have understood how to solve these types of numericals. Okay, so now let's solve one more numerical based on this topic of one-way slab, and let us finish one-way slab. Thank you.